My history with Thurgood Marshall Academy began this year. This is my first year serving as head of school, and our work together this year is to maintain the level of excellence that TMA has been known for so many years and ensure that all of our students are prepared for college and beyond. At TMA, we believe that all students, all of our graduates, should be prepared not only to go to college, but to persist and succeed there, and then to become active, participating members of our democratic society. So our vision for what happens here is that students not only get a great education in the content and skills that they need, but also develop the habits of mind that they need to be change agents in their communities and in our world. We are very, very proud of our PARCC scores here at Thurgood Marshall Academy. They're a reflection of how hard our teachers and students have worked to be and do their best. In English language arts, about 77% of our students score a 3 or higher, and about 56% score a 4 or higher, which exceeds the district average significantly. And in math, about 56% of our students score a 3 or higher, and about 13% of our students score a 4 or higher. And we know that these numbers reflect our students being on a trajectory of college readiness, which is very exciting and important to us. I absolutely believe that I am personally responsible for my students' academic growth. As head of school, I'm charged with ensuring that classroom experiences are rigorous and meaningful and matched to student needs. And that takes shape in a lot of different ways in how I move through a day or through a week. But in the end, it's my responsibility to make sure that we are achieving our mission and vision, which is to ensure that students are ready to succeed once they graduate and go to college and after college. We have very high academic expectations for our students at TMA, and when a student and family chooses Thurgood Marshall as their high school, they're taking on responsibility for those higher academic expectations. As part of our high school experience, we have additional courses that are required, and our standard for mastery is higher. We want to ensure that when students pass and achieve in a course, that they have truly mastered all of the content and skills that they need to succeed, and that is a higher bar than in many schools. And we believe that at the core of those expectations is a student's willingness to work hard, to show up, and to give their best, and that if they can do that for us, that we know that we can provide them with the instructional experiences that they need to reach and achieve at the highest levels. At TMA, we know that hard work is the key to success in all aspects of our life. Being here on time, and giving our best every single day is how we reach and exceed the goals that we set for ourselves. Our teachers work hard, our students work hard, our leaders work hard, and we know that that is the secret to how we have reached the levels of excellence that we have over the years. At Thurgood Marshall, we have a number of different ways that we keep track of how our students are doing. In academic courses, we have quarterly progress reports several times in each quarter that are sort of the formal captures of how students are doing across their courses. We also measure the content and skills that students are learning with benchmark and interim assessments periodically throughout the year. And that's our opportunity to cross-check to make sure that the things that we're doing in class are leading our students to truly master and succeed in the subject areas that they're studying. At TMA, we also have very high behavioral expectations for our students. Everything from our uniform code to our sort of no-brainers, we call them. We know that consistency in expectations is a very important part of establishing a strong school culture. And so we expect students to support us with positive decision-making so that we can maintain a learning-focused climate. That is very important to how we achieve the levels of success that we have. At Thurgood Marshall, we have very high behavioral expectations, and we have a very consistent and thorough system for monitoring and communicating and then reinforcing those expectations. We know that positive reinforcement is very important, and so we have a very specific and consistent merit system. We catch students meeting our high behavioral expectations and award them with merits that we track and then celebrate throughout the year. We have a lot of other calendared things that are a part of our school culture where we take a moment to stop and to name and to honor student success. We also have a very specific and consistent consequence system that is applied the same way in the hallways and in the classrooms and is designed to make sure that students are getting the same messages about what actions and behaviors will reinforce our strong culture and lead them to success. We know that positive reinforcement is a very, very important part of growing positive and healthy decision making for adolescents. And so we have a very consistent and detailed system for naming and rewarding positive behaviors. We have a merit system, and anytime we catch a student either meeting our high behavioral expectations or embodying one of our driving principles, then we stop and name and award that. We collect and track them over time. We provide students with the opportunity to review and reflect on all of the positive things they've done as part of their portfolio experience. And we know that all of these experiences combined send the message that good decision making feels good and leads you to be successful. I absolutely believe that I am personally responsible for the professional development of our teachers, of my teachers. In any school, teaching is an extremely complex and ever-changing challenge, and teachers need to have a leader that is at their side in investigating and learning about and finding solutions for those challenges as they change. At TMA, we have 12 half days throughout the school year where teachers are provided with the opportunity to work in instructional inquiry teams, is what we call them. They're professional learning communities. And all of our professional development is job embedded and grounded in their actual content practice. We know that providing teachers with the time to review student work and to look at student data and then to collaborate together on best practices to reach more students or move more students further is the best way to not only move our school goals forward, but to develop their practice over time. When we have a teacher vacancy, we are seeking to find educators who share our professional values, which is a belief that with hard work, we can achieve and we can support students in achieving at the highest levels. We're looking for educators that are experts in their content knowledge, and we're looking for educators that are interested in collaborating and reflecting and getting better every day over time. One of the things that makes TMA exceptional is that we are a group of professionals in all roles at all levels that are truly pushing each other every day to get better. And so we're looking for new members of our family that share those ideals and that are willing to roll up their sleeves and do that work. We evaluate teachers and hold them accountable for student growth in several different ways. We have a formal evaluation system where teachers receive formal observations and formal classroom evaluations. There is a component where they reflect on student learning as a part of that final evaluation. But we also have frequent coaching and feedback as part of an informal evaluation experience here. So teachers have the opportunity to receive frequent, short, classroom visits and follow-up debriefs so that there is more of a dialogue about teaching and learning between leaders and teachers. We know that is more organically connected to teachers actually growing, and we want our evaluation system to be grounded in supporting teachers in moving students forward and not be something that's separate. So we work really hard at structuring and then implementing that structure to ensure that evaluation and observation is very closely tied to student outcomes. In high school, parent engagement certainly becomes more of a challenge. We know that one of the best ways to engage our parents is through communication about student experiences in the classroom. So we use Net Classroom. We have a number of other ways where we frequently communicate progress. One of the requirements for our teachers is that they make a certain number of parent contacts sort of throughout the quarter. We know that one-to-one interaction is very important to parents. We have a number of open houses throughout the year where parents are invited to come in and experience and share their perspective about how their student is doing. We also have a lot of parent engagement through our college and career counseling program. Starting in our junior year, we start to bring parents in and really help them to understand what the college application process looks and feels like over the course of the year, and all of the things that they can or should be doing in order to make the most out of that experience. So that includes events at night, communications and newsletters, and then a robust calendar of elective support events. So when our parents are working on their financial aid process, we have a number of opportunities for them to come in and to get support from TMA staff in successfully navigating those sometimes very complicated processes. The same thing is true for college applications. We'll have students come back with their families either at night or on Saturdays to really provide as much support as possible in bridging high school to college. Parents can reach me in a number of ways. I'm available by phone. I'm available by email. They also are welcome to call and come up to make an appointment for a face-to-face sit-down anytime that they have a question or a concern. I also am an active member, sort of participating member of the events that we have here for parents. So I'll be at the college nights and support sessions, the open houses, trying to have as many opportunities to meet parents and to talk to them about either their questions or concerns, or my favorite thing is to reach out and let them know how great their students are doing, because sometimes students don't share all of the wonderful things that they are accomplishing and achieving, and it is a great privilege to be able to share with a parent when their student is really knocking it out of the park. It's one of my favorite things to do.